what's up, everybody? Welcome to Hot Book Alert Live. It's your main man, Mercenot, coming at you. And we are. Is this my accomplice? I think you're my accomplice in all this, Mr. Long Short. How are you? How's your week?
Week has been good. About ready to start another one here. So, looking forward to getting into some hot books tonight. But week's been good. It's been hot as hell here in Boston, but all good tonight,
bro. How was your 4th of July in Boston?
Man, so I didn't do much. I didn't go. Going to see the fireworks in Boston is a big production, like a big production. So, I didn't do any of that. I had to work the next day. So, I probably fell asleep by 10 o'clock. But that's all good, man. All good. Nothing wrong with that. But it was good. 4th of July here in Boston, always a fun time. Hit up a little show today here in Boxborough, Massachusetts. I wasn't prepared. The show usually doesn't have that many comic vendors. It's a collectible show. Walk in there's probably 3 times as many as I expected, and I did not have enough time to hit them all up. So did a little dollar digging, but probably got to about a third of them before I had to get out of there. But it's all good. I'll plan better next time.
How were those dollar books?
You know how it goes. I mean, they're pretty decent. I probably pulled 25, probably. I probably found books that are worth, somewhere between, maybe a couple of $20 books, a bunch of, $5 to $10 books. I mean, I'll grab them for that, but they weren't bad. It's pretty, you find like some of those obscure second prints that nobody really knows what they're worth. It's your normal dollar bin digging, man. You just pulling what you find. And Lord Catman, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated.
Lord Catman, what's up? I saw you.
It was all good.
Okay. Lord Catman, I saw you on Trashcast. I was while I prepare for the show, I usually listen to Trashcast, and I saw you again. I saw you. So thanks, buddy. All right. So I was looking through toy sales right now, and I saw this. I saw the Transformers. Thanks again, man. But I was looking through Transformers, and I saw this. I'm like, ooh, I got this thing sealed. I have a sealed Scattershot, and I was like, oh, sweet. But you didn't come for Transformers or toys. You came for comics. So welcome, everybody, to Hot Book Alert Live. What's going on? And this week was, I don't know, like last Sunday, like I was looking at a Facebook post from one of my local stores, like, they had gotten in a collection, and I raced down there and to see what they had, but it was basically stuff that I already had, right? And then like a few days later, they had posted that they got some more books in, so I raced down, but it was mainly just kind of stuff I already had. So I was just like, and on top of that, I did so much meaningless driving over the past couple of months. Like I got a check engine light on the car now, but we got like one of those little diagnostics. It's nothing like major, but that was annoying and frightening at the same time. So
those are the worst.
Oh my God, because I was driving back from my buddy's house on the 4th of July, and like right when I started the car up, I saw it. I'm just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Damn it. And I was like fretting the whole night. And then like I saw there was just a censor. I was like, okay, all right, cool. But yeah, that was slightly scary. But and on the way there, on the way to my buddy's house, right? I there was a garage sale, and I never have luck at garage sales, never, ever, never. Actually, I didn't have luck here, but the story was interesting enough. So I stop, and I'm just like, "Do you have comics?" And he's like, "Yeah. There's like a box of like '90s image stuff, like just there." And so the guy, he said his dad owned a comic book store. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, maybe you're thinking you hit the jackpot. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah,
because he said yeah, because he said he inherited his dad's collection and toys and stuff like that, and it was just like, oh crap, we done struck it. But the box that he had was just like all '90s crap. So and just like
yeah,
really early Spawn, like overproduced early Spawn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all
yeah.
right, but I did wind up picking up like Spawn 15 and 16 newsstands. And I think 16 is the first Greg Capullo on Spawn. So I'm just like, all right, fine. So that's pretty much all I picked up. But yeah, it was a weird week. It was a weird week.
Yeah, that Capullo. It's funny. Like, I for my collection growing up, I have newsstands for both of those issues. Most of
Mhm.
them were direct, but for whatever reason, I've got those newsstands, which is always kind of makes me laugh. And I see them not infrequently. I don't know if that was like a higher newsstand distribution when those came out, but I see them now
Yeah.
and then. Maybe like once a year. Digging.
Hmm. Yep. All right. New villain announced in Deadpool, even for those overprinted exports. So who's the new villain for Deadpool?
Well, no, I think he might be talking about Captain America. The dude from Breaking Bad was just reported playing GW Bridge in the Captain America movie, and that was his first appearance. Was it X Force number one? I think it was X Force number one.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be in Cap, not in Deadpool, but yes, any of that stuff can go
In
crazy.
the so he's going to be the the reshot Captain America movie, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you know, I guess I got to give Marvel credit. If they basically said this thing is that bad, let's not release a turd. Let's go put some money into it to make this thing watchable.
Hmm.
You got to give them credit for that. But hopefully it was enough to make it a good film. I mean, they shouldn't be screwing up Captain America films at this point. But fingers crossed they got that one right.
Ugh. Yeah, man. I guess what they're going to do is just produce a slightly less crappy movie than what they already shot. That's what I'm thinking. They're going to reshoot just a slightly less crappy movie. Those are my thoughts.
I mean, it
All
sounds like
right.
I think the reshoot was almost as long as the original, right? I think like the length of the reshoot was almost as long as the original shoot. So
Yeah.
God damn it, man! My internet does not want to play nice today for some reason. Let me try another. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
It's the heat. It's like I'm not working in the.
Long short is shorting out everybody. This is not live TV, but live internet. So
All right, maybe that's better. Maybe it's not. We'll see.
it's like, okay, don't move. Don't move. It may be. All right. I tell you what, let's get into some books. There's a lot of strong sales, a lot of books. Yeah, man. Long, short, shorting out. Shit. It happens. All right. Okay. So the first book on our Google slideshow is Worlds of Fear number 10 from 1953 from Fawcett Comics. So classic cover, Norman Saunders cover art. It's like you got all the eyeballs. This cover reminds me of the Twilight Zone episode where the guy is the last man on Earth and he has all these books to read, but then he breaks his glasses. So it's just like, gotcha. But that's what this cover kind of reminds me of. But yeah, this cover is wild. Love it. Okay, so 54 total on the census, 4 restored, and it looks like we have one that is a green label, but 49 universal.
Solid. Solid. I would imagine more green labels, honestly, for a book this this old. But I guess if it's not complete, people aren't slabbing it.
Right. But yeah, this is a wild cover. It's weird. I never noticed this cover before.
The eyeballs on it are wild.
Mm-hmm. All right. So so we have a raw copy that sold for $2,700. And Lord Tatman's comic says crazy expensive book, and no one gave a shit about it for the longest time. Yeah. This is I mean, like all these crazy, all of these classic covers that we consider classic now, like nobody was paying attention to them. Like there's countless stories from like the older guys who were at conventions and like they saw, all these horror books and classic covers from the golden age, and they really didn't even give it a second thought. They were, you had sellers blowing them out for like $1, $5 a piece back in the day. You know what I mean? And just nobody was thinking about them. But yeah, this is a gorgeous cover.
What I think
Love
about
it.
though is,
No, go ahead.
yeah, I just think about what are the books today that we are looking past. They're going to be, these books at some point in the future. The ones that are just going out the door for nothing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. It's funny. I thought that little red thing on this little red thing here was just like maybe like when I took the screenshot, maybe that was just part of like the screenshot, but no, it's on the cover. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, this looks like a solid VG. Let's take a look. Ooh. No centerfold detachment. I appreciate that. I like this. Now, this is a book I really don't see every day, especially on especially on eBay. I do not see this book at all. Ben, have you seen this?
Yeah, I don't see it. I've never seen this one in the flesh, and I don't. When I'm cruising sales, I don't see this one pop up very much, at all, at all.
Lord Tatman in the late 80s at
27.
Con. I would have laughed if you showed me that. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Hell, I'm thinking maybe even mid 2000s. If you showed me that, I'd be like, ew, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, taste
So,
change.
absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Everything in my collection built. uh, but what does this look like to you? Solid, very good condition.
Yeah, yeah. I would say, I mean, you got the chipping up top there. Otherwise, the back is pretty clean. The front is pretty clean. I mean, solid VG, I would say.
This is a beautiful, man. So for 2,700, what are you trying to pay on a book like this? Like what's your
Less
bare
than
minimum?
2,700. I don't know, man. I'm not going 2,700 on this, but 5 to 800 we can talk. But I don't think I would be spending any more than that on this, personally.
Oh,
Which is not to knock it, but I'm El Cheapo, so
yeah. I hear. Listen, if I came like knowing that it can go for 2,700 in VG, I'd be like, if I saw it for $1,000, I'd be like, oh, here you go. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And I guess I should have caveated that. See it sell for 2,700. I would
yeah.
reconsider it as well. But before knowing the sale, if I just see this thing at a con,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm not dropping $1,000. But yeah, you get 2,700 bucks for it, then why not? Why the hell not?
Yeah, if it were in this similar condition, I'd definitely get it shell out that money. Well, am I gonna have $1,000 on me at a convention? I tried doing that sometimes, but it just gets too annoying. Buy obscure golden
Yeah,
age
that's
while you
also
can.
like you have it on you, like you feel like you have to spend it. So I generally don't carry it. I go get it if I needed to, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose. But
Right,
um,
right.
but yeah,
Buy obscure golden age while you can. I I have to agree with that. No rust on the staples. Nice. Yeah, this is a really nice, really terrific book. It's funny. So they had it at $5,000 or buy it now, and they accepted 2,700. Okay. All right. What are we doing next? Planet Comics number 59. I threw this on just because it had a oh shoot, what's up, buddy,
Hey, what's going on, boys?
what's up, homie?
What's
we
up, man?
got
what's up,
we
Dino?
got Dino in the house. How you doing, man?
Good, man. I'm actually a little earlier than expected. So,
Oh, okay, cool,
okay.
nice. I tell you what, I want to go back. I want to see what you think about this book, Worlds of Fear, number
Yes,
10.
yeah. So, classic cover. I love the cover. It's one of those like Mr. Mystery covers, hanging covers, World of Fear covers. I think it's a great cover. World of Fears. I think there's another World of Fears that's actually really good too. I'm gonna pick it up. Get the comic in there because people. So, if I look here very quickly, number 3 is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Along with 10. 9's dope too. 9's the head underwater kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this cover.
Okay, so this sold for 2,700.
That's respectable.
And it's a solid VG with, it looks like it doesn't have any detachments. So
do you got the census data? Did you pull the data for that?
no,
I can't pull it. I wonder if it's because it's not as rare.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do.
Oh, dude,
Never
okay,
mind.
okay.
Never mind. I got it.
No, you did. It was
Right
like
here.
49,
Yeah.
50, 54.
So it's not in Golden Age. That's not. I wouldn't say it's rare. I think rare is like under 20 theoretically. I would say. Now, is it in collections that haven't been sold in a while? That's the other thing you have to worry about. Did GPA show up anything or Comic Connect collect? Or
No,
like sales.
I didn't see those.
Let me see. I just wonder because it's like that's a strong number. 2,700 is a really strong number. I just don't know, and it's raw. I kind of when you're worrying about. I mean, let's say that's not small chump change of people. I do worry. I'm not saying this for the seller, but I'm worried about restoration. Any type of restoration. $2,700 is a lot of money on a raw book.
Yeah.
So I mean that just kind of worries me. And this is what 10, last issue too, which is great. A 3.5, that's Mexican. A Mexican edition sold for $12.50 last year, which is interesting. Yeah, we haven't had a 7.0 sold for like $8,000. I'm looking. Here we go. A 3.0 graded sold in September 23 for $2,400. So. And then a 2.5 sold for like 20. We'll call it 2,200. So
okay,
I mean, it's not. Golden Age does get a bump. It's one of the few markets we'll call it. That has not deflated. It's just like moderns or stereotypical variants, right? Not the rare shit.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Sorry, that's my thing.
Dino with the info.
Oh, you know.
All right. Next up. So this is only the second book. So
okay, good.
Planet Comics number 59 from 1949, Fiction House Publications, Joe Doolin cover. Now I selected this just because it had a girl on the cover, and she's taking on I'm not quite sure Claw people on the moon.
Okay,
that's what it looks like.
I don't know.
But I like this cover, though. This is gorgeous. This is freaking gorgeous. Wow, there's a lot on the census. And there's a 9.8.
2.98. Get out of here. 2.98.
They got to be. They got to be mile highs or file copies.
It's got to be maybe from the Promise collection, maybe.
Oh, that's a good point. A Promise collection could have one.
Yeah.
I don't think he had too many. If I remember correctly from back in the day, I don't think he had that many duplicates. Think.
All right, so let's take a look. So we had a 9.2 that sold for Chad Cave. What's up? Big Remo, the treacherous trio. I know. That's what's up. So we had a 9.2 that sold for $1,300.
So, quick story on this book. Matt Baker did some of the stories in it.
Let's see.
It's in there. It's like the second line first name.
Yeah.
Not saying that matters, but I guess it matters.
I mean, Matt Baker. This thing is really nice.
Oh yeah.
Gosh darn. Look at the girl. Look at the girl on the cover too, showing off some gams.
Now I wonder if I know Joe Doolin. I wonder how much they collaborated back in the day. Artists, in a building and not just doing it online. Did Baker? Did he go to Baker? I don't know. Just things I always thought about when it comes to covers, where they kind of like, I don't think Campbell really, or the Momokos of the world now, maybe not going to lean on other people. You know what I'm saying? Or Frizzin, or does Jeff do it? Does Jeff talk about that to you? Ben, Jeff,
what's
it called? Just like collaborate, or like does he any kind of inspiration? He just does it himself, right? He just
does it himself, and then he tries to stay super independent about that kind of stuff. Man.
Yeah.
Like I think he's just doing his own thing. So no. But weren't there art houses back in these days for a lot of these books? I mean, he basically had a bunch of artists working together. That's why a lot of the stuff went uncredited.
Yep. Yeah. Whenever I see like anonymous in the credit, you know what I mean?
Or 3 people on a cover, like Wally Wood
Yeah.
and somebody else and somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, these Planet Comics, this whole Fiction House run is insane. Like just the quality. I mean, even 65's big stuff, and 60. I mean, it's insane for these books. So
I love almost every damn one of them, to be honest with you, man. Like these really hit for me.
And the problem too is like you'd figure like these would be kind of rare because the art's crazy, but honestly, like if somebody asked me like what would be the craziest comic collection to like collect if you had unlimited money, Planet Comics actually wouldn't be that bad theoretically.
Still seems still gettable.
I always say gettable. I mean, I'm not saying 9/8 and everything, but I'm just saying like a cop issue every one. I always say most of them are gettable, you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is a great cover though. All right, let's do some mainstream stuff. Mainstream Golden Age, Detective Comics number 137 from 1948. So we have a Jim Mooney, Charles Paris Joker cover. So take a look at the census. Actually, that's not a lot to me.
I wouldn't think so either. I think it's actually
I would have guessed more.
Yeah, I would have guessed more. I would have like 100, maybe 120, probably.
Yeah,
something that. I mean.
Yeah, just because it is a Joker cover, I figured like everybody would just jump in on having their copies graded. You know what I mean?
I guess it's 48. So I mean, that was kind of what end of the war, kind of, right? If my recollection is pretty.
48. No, it's like 3 years after.
3 years after, yeah. So
yeah.
So I mean, it's not like, you know, I would say probably what most got destroyed. You think probably? I'm just saying, or didn't have enough money because you're trying to recoup money maybe years after the war. Maybe that's why it's so.
Well,
low.
I mean, also, you know, you got like moms who cleaned out their sons' rooms and threw out all their comics and crap like that. You know what I'm saying?
Or yeah, that's probably true too.
That's why women.
I feel like, you know, the Batman books. I feel like the Batman books get graded, you know, heavier than a lot of the other stuff in this time period for whatever reason. If you got it, I feel like a lot of these guys are grading these things, which is part of it.
So yeah, so that's why it's strange.
This lag is killing me.
Yeah, we're a little laggy. Just tad, not bad.
Well, I was saying that's why it's kind of strange that this is only under 100 graded. All right. So we have a CGC 6.0 that sold for $13.32. Let's take a look.
That's soft. That's
yeah.
Real soft. Oh, there's a 3.5 you can buy for $1,200 on eBay, so somebody got a hell of a deal.
Mm-hmm. This looks like this can be. It looks like they just kind of slabbed it. They really didn't do anything to it.
You mean improve it, like clean it and stuff?
Right. This thing could stand a bump.
Yeah.
Doesn't look pressed, really.
Right. Yeah.
I would even if you don't press it, you just clean it. You'll still probably get a half a grade bump. You know.
Yeah.
I worry about pressing these books because like they've been sitting in the case for so long that you never know what the staples are going to do on an old book. You know. So like when you put that pressure down, people don't realize that. Like I had a Plastic Man 1, and we were afraid that like, man, that's gonna because you just pop the staples really easy and blow out the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I really don't press my Golden Age books. You know.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
I totally understand that. No press. I leave it as is. Okay, so there, I had a Silver Age Batman that had like a pencil spot just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, some way, I do not remember how I got it off, but I got it. But I got that pencil mark off, and I can't remember how I did it.
Was it like magic eraser, or like a white one? Like I know a lot of guys use the white one to kind of just.
You know what? I'm
out.
thinking maybe I used this.
Oh yeah, paper cleaner.
Yeah, Epsorine.
Oh,
I might have used that. I totally forget. What was that?
Well, you got to be careful with that stuff. But...
I know I haven't used it in so long. It's probably like as hard as old Play-Doh.
Is it like a putty kind of?
Yeah.
You just roll around.
Yeah, it's like a white putty. Or hold on, what color is mine? Yeah, it's a red.
Yeah. You guys are really good. I use plumber's putty. I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't fuck up everything.
I was gonna listen to you.
My dad gave me plumber's putty, and I used it. It was fine.
I used it. But yeah, this thing looks beautiful though. It's like really solid. So a lot of pressers usually advise against cleaning and pressing Golden Age. Just slab it, leave it alone, and slab it. I can agree with that. I'm not mad at that.
What's the watch this. Let's do a little. I'm gonna do some investigation for you. I'm gonna be a real good host or a co-host for you. What's the number on that? Can you read it on the can you go to the?
Yeah, I can read it. I can read. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. 444 204 8003.
Okay. So this was graded in just a month ago, 6/18/24.
Okay.
Grader notes for you: light creasing the cover, which we kind of saw there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Soiling on cover, staining the cover, and staple tears. So easily fixable. Not maybe the light creasing might. I mean, you could maybe not press it, but use a hand, kind of to smooth it out a little bit. But the soiling and the staining could be easily fixed. So. They didn't even say pencil on cover either. So unless they're saying the staining to cover is the pencil, but I highly doubt it. It just looks. I'm guessing it's the soiling on the cover.
I remember what I used to get that pencil off. I used this, and I basically just went like that.
Oh, okay.
Until the pencil got up. But I'm not saying I would recommend it because I think I got lucky. But I remember that's what I did. Although I'm sure Red Hood is up for a challenge, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, you seen my Patsy Walker. We had that on the show. Remember that thing was brutal.
Yeah. That thing was so beat. It's just like, you know what? Go ahead, do what you do with that one.
Do what you do, man. I mean, they are the sad part is CGC's right. They're starting to do more restorations where they're hitting covered clean. Mm-hmm. So they're not. You just have to be careful how well you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They can spot those chemicals. All right, what are we doing next?
Aren't people getting nicked for the laser whitening too? Like I think CGC is catching up with some of these guys who whiten it with lasers and stuff.
Oh god, now we're on laser technology.
I didn't even know that was I didn't even know that was a thing yet.
I didn't know either. No.
You haven't seen those videos? Those videos are I don't know. Like it's basically bleaching it. It's. Is
it like a laser? Like a laser you get at the dollar store? Remember, you could put like little caps on them and do stuff. Is it like that, or like a really like a high performance laser?
Yeah, it's a little bit more high end than that. But there are guys who can whiten these books with some kind of a laser.
Interesting.
Let's see. What light I use. I'm not going to click on the video, but what light I use for comic book whitening.
Oh, blue LED 450 to 460 nm. Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Blue light box for comic book whitening.
I bet you what they do, right? It's almost like kind of like a negative, right? Like a photo negative when you're in like a photo booth, right? You just put it in there and you box it and leave it there for a couple days, and eventually, right? The lights. It's like sun fading on a regular comic, right? You're just lifting the color up eventually, right?
Hey.
Theoretically.
Oy vey. Okay. Okay.
I mean, you could do that too if you wanted to. Just put it out in the sun for like 25 days.
You
got God's ultimate laser out there.
I'm always thinking it's gonna get like sunshaded or something like that. It's gonna get even more tan.
I just love the people who like my collection, like it's all out here. It's like it's gonna get faded. It's the lights and the goddamn. Like, come on, guys. Yeah. No natural lights. I think we're just hermits and want to stay in the dark the whole time.
I think that's okay. Me. That's me it's sometimes. Okay. That's me. Okay, okay, next book is Spellbound number 20 from 1954, Atlas Comics, Russ Heath cover. All right, I this is another one. I would consider this a headlights cover. I don't know about you.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
28 on the census. So,
hell yeah.
What say you? Is that super low?
I think so. I mean, 27. Now, is it because people, some people like to read, like Russ Heath collectors, they like to read the books and stuff too. Some people don't like to slab them. Like you see it with his war books and everything else, but 27's kind of low. I would have swapped it. I would have done the first book we talked about would have been 27, and this would have been 70 something.
Okay, I got you.
Theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, and it is an Atlas, so I got to imagine it has more of a print run. But so we had a CGC 5.5 that sold for $900.
I love it.
I like this. So this was a buy it now. So I'm thinking, I don't know. Look at this. Look at these headlights. I'm feeling this. Got the girl. You got the hot chick in the skirt.
Is that almost considered bondage too, baby?
Almost.
Give it a few minutes. Minutes.
It only counts when
that's what he said.
Well, it only counts when the woman is in bondage. When the guy is in bondage, it's just like, hey, you on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own,
homie. But yeah, look at this. I'm thinking.
I mean, it's a solid color. I mean, the colors are great. I mean, when it comes to Golden Age books, I just worry about the color pop. Like, does the color pop? I mean, if you got some chew on it or something else, it's fine. But I think it looks great.
This pops, man.
And back solid too.
Sharp
besides the soiling right there.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it's fine.
Gosh, man, this thing is gorgeous. For $900. Ooh. And I just like the sci-fi monster element of this. This thing is killer to me. This book has, it's like the cover feels simple, but it's just so much going on with it. You got the terror on this guy, you got the chick with the headlights and the big honkers, and then you got these alien monsters popping up from the ground, looking menacing and terrifying. I'm just like, this cover is it to me. I'm feeling it. I love it. And the color on it, because you really don't see. Really? Yeah, because you don't see purple with that yellow that often. And then you have like the red highlight. You don't see that much, especially that purple.
I agree.
It's mama worthy.
They kind of did the same thing in 28 minus the with the purple, minus the red on the Spellbound, but still, I mean, it's a tough book. I mean, that's a great. You don't see, because 5.5s and mid grades, like at least you don't see a lot of hits on the spine. You know what I'm saying? I know you got that big kind of piece going around, but
yeah. Bond just sort of counts with Boy Wonder and Bucky Bond. Yeah, see, even when it's like Bucky, I'm like, nah, it don't count. It don't count with Bucky.
Or Robin. Robin's in distress. Like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. Nah, only girls. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Fantastic Fears #6 from 1954. Ajax. Ajax Comics. I don't think there was like a cover credit to this, because I would have put it on if there were.
I think a lot of these are like one of the ones that none of them had cover credits. I don't think, honestly, on this little section.
Yeah, but I'm noticing, because there's like skull skeletons. So it's basically a skull cover, like multiple skull cover and all that kind of stuff.
So this is what we talked about earlier. I think it was like a house, because they do like stories and art by somebody, but not covers. So.
Wow. 21 on the census. Wow.
I'll even tell you right now, it probably sold for big money. I don't even know. I'm just saying. I'd probably say 1,000, depending on the grade. Probably 1,000 higher.
I'll tell you what. Let's see. So we had a raw copy that sold for $900, but it was a buy it now or best offer. So that means, what do you think? If this went to auction, it would sell for more.
No, not on July 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, impossible to say on these sometimes, right? With the auctions, how many eyes get on them? They think could go for a hell of a lot less.
Right.
I also feel like there weren't that many pink covers. When I see this, I mean, how often do you see pink in the Golden Age?
Exactly. Yeah, just like with the purple Spellbound, this pink, just like it really like. I think the reason why I put this on the list is because of the pink cover. But this thing, it works.
One sold for $30. Can you believe that?
Oh, get out! When?
2 months ago.
Oh, jeez.
But it's just a cover, I think.
Okay.
Which is interesting, and it half the cover, like the top half, is gone. So it's like a remaindered copy.
You know what? For it selling, okay. So if it was just a cover and like half of it's missing, that's still pretty damn respectable.
Yep.
Look at this. I like this.
So there's a Fantastic Fears. They didn't put the issue number in here, so forgive me. It is number 3. Sold for, and I would say probably in the same condition, not getting too crazy with it. Hold on 1 second. Sold for $431. So I mean, I don't, it's a red cover with the with Snake, with the guy, the skull playing the cobra with the 2 heads coming out of it.
What's that number again? What's that number again?
Fantastic Fears 3. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, when it comes to auction, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's a great cover too, because it's a all red cover, but and only 21 on the census of that thing. So
I remember seeing this. And so you got a 3.0 for $575. Buy it now. And nobody's buying it. So, and it's a skull cover too. So,
and I fear, I hate to say this, and I hate to be that person, I see 6 a lot more in the Facebooks out in the world, and everybody who's a pre-code horror sale.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Not saying it's not rare, but I'm just saying, of the Fantastic Fears, this one seems to be the one that people flock to.
Okay. It's funny because I never really. It's so weird. Like with a lot of these books, I just never noticed before.
You should put 2 in. That's your cover.
Let's see.
I don't even know if it's going to be on eBay. Probably not. Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, wow.
That's your cover. Two. I mean, theoretically.
Damn. You still hitting? Even with
That's
a
not me.
skull face, a nice rack, but a skull face.
I mean, I don't want to discourage your female base, so I'll leave the comments to myself.
I'd be like, I'd get a quick squeeze and then run.
It's like remember what was that movie? A Scary Movie or whatever, that parody off Scream or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember she had like the messed up face and Marlon Wayans.
Definition of a butterface, right here.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't that go down in Pee-wee's Big Adventure too?
That was before my time, brother. I'm old. I'm young. You know what's funny? I think I've seen Pee-wee Big Adventure when I was like really young, but I don't remember it. But I never went back to it.
It was the girl in the truck, like she.
Yeah. Oh, she has a fake face, bro. It's not two people. It's a fake face. See it in her hand?
Yeah.
I thought it was two people.
No.
Yeah.
It's just like okay, she's got nice honkers, but her face is basically a skull.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know, and then just split. It's fake. It seems like relationships, and this is like an analogy for relationships.
I know we don't talk about it much because we always talk about Marvel or DC books, or movies. You think they would do really good well with horror movies from the old pre-code horror? Like, I mean, you got to update the stuff, but I mean, like this could be a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like
I think an anthology movie. Oh my god, because there is just like countless stories from the golden age horror. Mm-hmm. Shit, man, you can adapt that, have like practical effects.
Yeah,
make them
like Lawbreakers always lose number 3, where the little Munchkin man's like in the basement has all the hearts in his fucking. It's like the girl's all tied up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So just I don't know why. Maybe it's not profitable. Maybe that's a big thing. Maybe
they don't want to take risks. I bet you it would be profitable. The movie theaters, they just don't want to take any risks, right, with that kind of stuff. But if you made a period piece.
Well, look, they made that Pooh thing. Remember, that Pooh movie when the Pooh became a copyright, but it was a horror movie, like Saw style. I don't know. I mean, again, we see horror movies, right? Just in general, not take the greatest leap. Obviously, it's either kid movies or superhero movies or something of that nature, or like a serious drama like Oppenheimer or something, or Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but if you had that retro, that really good retro feel, I think something like that could hit. And the budgets on those things probably wouldn't be crazy. I think you could do pretty well with that.
Oh shit!
Hollywood, holler at your boy. I'm joking.
Do you guys remember Tales from the Crypt?
Yes.
HBO show.
Yep. Maybe like that, like a series on Max.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just revive that and just bring in like adapt stories from the Golden Age.
Now I wonder, I know most of these places have gone under or whatever. I don't know if it's like a rights thing too. I don't know. I'm just saying. I wouldn't think so, but I don't know.
Yeah, get you a lawyer. See what stories you can see what stories you can snap up, and then or maybe in the public domain.
Hey, I'll be right back, man. I'm writing a script, man. I'll see you in a year.
All right, what are we doing next? What's next? Look at this book. This is a weird book. So, Weird Tales from the Future, number 5, from 1953. Aragon Publications. Basil Wolverton. I've never heard of Basil Wolverton before.
Yeah, he does like Plop. Cover. Remember Plop? That movie, that book Plop. It's like the big arms, and he has like a short body. He does like really wonky kind of art. I guess.
Okay.
I would call I know it's 53, but like 70 style art, like.
Bro, this looks like when I first saw this, I thought this was from the 70s, and I thought this was Robert Crumb. This
It looks like Robert Crumb. Yeah. He has a Robert Crumb kind of feel. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I got to imagine R. Crumb got his inspiration from Wolverton then.
Right.
All right. 65 on the census, 62 universal, and 3 restored.
I think it's enough.
Okay.
It seems higher than I was guessing. Oh, I would have guessed, but
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't know. I just say you don't see this book very often, but but I would love to have one of these, man. This is badass.
Yeah. All right. So we had a CGC 3.5 that sold for $1,800. Respectable.
I think so. I think you don't see them a lot, so I think 1,800 is respectable at 3.5. I mean, people think it's like, oh, it's $500 because it's a 3.5, but I think it is surely, even though it's 6,500, I just don't think it shows up. I think it's one of those books that just gets lost in people's collections, once they get it.
Big time, yeah.
Okay.
This is one of the books I would see at. You know what I would see this book at? Probably Heroes. This is a Heroes book for sure.
Okay. All right.
Something you don't see and somebody just pulls out, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got this book.
This is is this a negligee cover? Lingerie cover?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
It looks like she's waking up in bed, right? Because you got covers on her.
Yep.
Right at the bottom. Kind of.
So she's looking out of her her science fiction window and seeing aliens.
So the funny thing is, can you go back one to show you where you got how much it went for?
Yeah.
So this went for 1,800, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's one on my comic shop, and I'm on the website, not on eBay, and they have it listed for 4.5 for $3,400 roughly. So.
Wow.
And this was $3,000, and they took almost 1,100 clip off of it.
Yeah.
Not saying that was high. I'm just saying in general. Yeah.
Yeah, this feels like closer to $3,000. This book, to be honest with you, man. Like for 3.5.
Yeah, as I think about it now, yeah, probably. I mean, I didn't think it would be that rare, but I mean, we can look at GPA. I highly doubt these even come up that often because, I know one person has one, but it's like.
So was she like in a spaceship that took off and she was flying through space and she just woke up when she landed on whatever?
Yeah. So, okay. So the balloon reads, "Attention passengers, our spaceship has made an emergency landing on planet Z39. There is no cause to fear an attack in as much as this place is known to be uninhabited." Oh, okay. But she's seeing otherwise.
You guys want to hear some real wild
bullshit?
You guys want to hear some real wild shit?
What's up?
So back in 2011, you can get a pedigree version, the Bethlehem pedigree, for $11.50. It was a 7.0. And then the highest, I don't know if it's the highest graded, I'll just say the highest graded according to GPA right now is their 8.0 White Mountain pedigree. It sold in 21 for $15,000.
Ah!
Wow.
Well, that was during the crazy
COVID,
time.
Yeah, crazy time. But still, I mean, I don't know if it's worth $15,000 now, but maybe half, I guess. I don't know.
This is a good looking book. I mean, $15,000's a lot, but I feel like Golden Age didn't go that bananas during the COVID time, the high end stuff.
No, the original art. We just talked about the original art, like that Black Hat Mystery went for what, like $300,000 or whatever it was. And during COVID, Chamber of Chills 19 went off, and it was only 175,000. It's not like it was 1.5 million or some crazy number.
Ooh.
She's in the Bronx. That's funny.
All right. Let's do some more mainstream stuff. Batman 20. I probably wouldn't have put this on there if it wasn't for the sale. So let's see. 311 on the census. And
this isn't first. Is this first Bat car?
I want to say first Batmobile cover.
Yeah, because it showed up as often
In the
the case with
panels?
Batman, in the panels, like
Yeah, the first Batmobile cover. Yeah. Okay.
And okay, so let's take a look at the sale. Okay, so a 7.0 sold for $5,600. I don't want to take too long on it just because, but I just thought the sale was strong enough to put this on.
Can you highlight Bruce's comment down there too?
Beep, 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 beep.
I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. I'm just saying it wasn't a lot of. I'm just saying for what do you say, hedge investors, right? Right, Ben. That's like chump change to those dudes.
yes.
I mean, theoretically, not the average man, but
Yeah.
And so my only concern about this one, man, is I never understood why is Robin driving, man? Robin never drove the Batmobile in the fucking.
I was just gonna say that. I was like,
yo, come on, man.
Are they in London here? Because I thought
Yeah.
like Batman was driving on the other side of the road or something.
It would look like it. I know. And why is Batman the one getting shot? You see that? There's like no shots in Robin's window, man. Come on, man. There's some flaky stuff going on, man.
Well, you can't shoot at kids, so
I guess that's true, but I mean,
and Robin's not wearing gloves. If you can see,
that's true. And
he's not wearing gloves.
Is Robin even old enough to drive?
Well, I mean,
I guess
he's doing some
didn't have
pretty.
driver's license, I guess, but
He's doing some pretty illegal shit being a vigilante already, so he might as well be driving.
I'm just like, no. Does Batman have one hand on the wheel too?
Probably not. He's probably reaching for the Batarang or some shit like that. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know, man. There's just some scandalous shit going on.
I know that this was what Wortham had in mind when he came out with Seduction of the Innocent. This was what
this was the cataclysm for it all.
And you can see on this cover, Batman is giving Robin a handy. This is why comics need to be regulated or banned.
It's an automatic. I've seen it. It's not a stick shift.
Yeah. But looks good.
Yeah.
Can you say? But you're not mad at the price?
Oh no! I mean, so for the first Batmobile cover, and there's a Joker appearance inside of it that people forget about too. And it's a 7.0 Strongman, and it's yellow with the red on it. Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
Dude, this is an easy book to flip too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're playing with house money at this point. You just name your price at somewhere. Oh, Dick Spranger, whatever, man.
And it is drawn by a man named Dick Sprang. This is inappropriate. All right. Let's do some Captain America, Golden Age Captain America. It wouldn't be a hot Bach alert without some Golden Age Captain America. So we have number 64 from 1947, Sid Shore's cover. I picked this one because there were actually some Golden Age Captain America sales from the same seller, but I like this one better just because. If you see why.
Well, I know why. You see why? I like the dude with the crown and the gun. This is one of the few. This is one of the few Captain America covers without Red Skull or something crazy like Nazis or something that I actually will dig and actually would probably buy.
I dig. Yeah.
I hate most of the Captain America covers because it just they're just shit in my opinion. But this one's actually pretty rock solid.
I like it. It's got a lot going for it, in my opinion.
Yeah. This one's on my watch list. I've always liked this book.
Anything with a hot blonde, Golden Age, I'm all for it. So 56 total on the census and 42 universal. Okay. And then 5 signatures? Digital first appearance of Humpty. It does look like Humpty. It does. All right. So we've got a CGC 3.0 that sold for $1,179.
Damn, that's cheap.
And that's a buy it now. So
that's cheap. God,
yeah,
damn,
man.
so cheap.
Look at that. This is gorgeous.
If I would have saw this.
Okay. Oh. See, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. No.
Do you mind that? Do you mind that?
No.
Okay, so this looks like a single staple, but that staple is but it looks detached though.
Dude, there's one for $700 that's a missing centerfold, and then there's a 3.5. They want $3,495.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah, this guy got a deal. So
yeah, this is,
and it looks, and the cover without the staple problem looks 10 times better than this 3.5. So at least the front cover does.
I'm digging this.
Yeah, somebody got a deal. That's a hell of a deal. If we would have sold this at a con for $1,000, it's pretty much, we're all buying it, right? I mean,
yeah, man.
I
was expecting, Carter, you to say this thing broke some records when you put it on. You're like,
No. I just like the cover. I'm throwing it on because of the cover.
Is that Burger King? That's fucking hilarious.
Humpty at Burger King, getting busy in a Burger King bathroom, and he has the crown to prove it.
That's right.
Yeah, there's nothing like too crazy about this book, but I just like the cover. All right, Catman. This is like the second time I've had.
Dude, you're
Catman.
killing me with this shit, man. You're killing me with this.
Freaking Catman LB Cole cover from 1941. Look at this. This is a beauty. This cover and the colors are all over the place. It literally looks like you gave a kid a coloring book and just told him to go to town.
Dude, LB Cole was on some shit back in the day.
Man, look at this.
That picture doesn't even look like a real comic. It looks like somebody just, like you said, it doesn't even look like a real comic. I can't wait to see what the eBay listing is gonna look like.
Bro, this looks like something. This looks like a blacklight poster from the 70s.
I was gonna say a concert poster. That's
yeah, exactly.
Like Catman's at the fucking Fillmore here or some shit. And they just made a poster of it.
I just never understood why he didn't have pants, Cap. I mean, he has like everything else, and then he just leaves the legs exposed.
Right? Yeah, he looks cold to me. Like Robin always looked cold with his legs like showing. I'm just like, I can't do it. All right, 31 total on the census for a book from 1941. It seems pretty obscure to me. I don't know.
31,
yeah.
Okay. All right, so we had a raw copy. Buy it now for $1,100 US.
You on that, Tina? $1,100?
You
take a look at it first.
Oh, this thing is
this
thing is ratty. Look at that.
And it's got tape on it. Now I'm good. I'm gonna put an extra grand down, and I'm gonna throw it to 28, number 28, if I'm gonna buy Catman comic. 28 or 26 is okay, but 28 is my jam out of the Catman run. I mean, that's in the realm, I guess. I mean, 20 is out of control, but 28 is where it's at. So,
I got
28's a guy with the it's a skull cover with the guy. 28.
Oh yeah. That's a great book.
That's a great splash page.
What was that Catman again?
28. I mean, 20's the OG that you really want to go after, but 28's kind of, you can put them both in.
20's the strangling Hitler cover.
Yeah. But 28's. So I mean, look. So if you go back and if you take off the that and go to the no, just a picture. Yep, thank you. Yeah, I mean 2,100, 2,400 right there for a price. I mean that's for an extra $1,000, I'd rather get that cover over that cover.
I got you. I totally understand.
You know, I'm not saying it's the greatest, but I'm just saying. I mean, look at that. I mean,
I'm not mad at this.
Yeah, it's badass. I love it.
I mean, there's writing in it, but I don't give a fuck, honestly.
What
about the other one, the 1/8?
Oh, the one. Oh boy, I can't wait.
Oh, this thing is rough.
That's why I'd spin for the other one.
Okay, I got you.
Splash page on 20 is not terrible if you look at 20. The splash page isn't terrible for if you there's a coverless one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as Strangling Hitler, but it's still. He's beaten up. It looks like.
Oh, this one.
I'm guessing since the time probably the Japanese. Because. Oh no, 20, not 22.
Oh shoot! How did I miss that?
There you go. So the Strangling Hitler is the actual cover, but this is the actual scan of it. So. I mean, it's not terrible. I'm not saying it's
taking on Tojo.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's Catman is in multiple theaters.
Hey man, he's Agent of War, man.
Yeah, multiple theaters of war. Okay, I'm not mad at it. But let's see. Look at the back. Impressive sale for 1,100, especially for it being so like rough.
The colors are pretty damn good on it, though, man. I mean,
oh yeah, the colors are still pretty damn deep. Yeah, for sure. But it's just them legs, man.
Look how scared those guys are. Those legs, though, man. They're like.
I know, right? I'd be like, dude, you busting through my wall and you showing your legs like that. I'd be like, bro, what you on? what you after, homie?
Look, he grabbed that like Tommy Gatling gun kind of thing with one hand. He's gonna just smack somebody with it.
All right. Oh, this book.
Oh boy.
This book. I love this. Love this. The Young Doctors #3 from 1963. So this is Charlton. I don't think no cover credit or anything like that, and no CGC data. All right. But we had 2 sales this week. So we had one for $143 and one for $145.
God, I thought you were gonna say this sold for like $20, but even respect. I mean, I still buy it for $145.
Yeah.
Look at the doctor's face, man. He looks like there's some bad intentions when he's gonna close that door, dude.
Look,
for sure. Look at that shit, man.
He's just making his rounds and like.
Yeah, he's like, yep. Time to put in some work.
But I tell you, there is nothing wrong with you. Then why am I dying? Why am I dying?
I'll tell you, they need to do this shit with like soap operas too. Just bring back the golden age shit with this stuff, with romance, and then the horror books for pre-code horror, man. That's all they need.
Yo, how did this pass the comics code? I don't think they were looking. Look at this.
No, he's just trying to save lives, man. Just trying to save lives.
Okay,
this
are
is
you ready?
What's up?
So this cover, out of the whole series of 6, is the only cover that's very suggestive. The rest of them look like just regular doctor covers.
Yeah,
so someone was asleep at the wheel on this one.
Mm-hmm. My God, I love this. I think this might be on my want list, but I don't know. I'd have to check. But when I saw
I probably spent $100 on this. I don't know if I go on 150, depending on the condition, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking. I think I might do 100. Yeah, I try to get them down to like 75, but yeah.
Hey, can you take 100? No, what's your lowest, man? As you negotiated. Oh shit.
But I freaking no nurse present. He's a gynecologist. But yeah, I love this. Freaking love this book. All right. Next is Moon Girl, #6 from 1949. EC Comics, Sheldon Moldoff cover. There is a 9.8 of this thing. That's interesting. Let me see if I can try to find that damn listing. I thought I had it.
What did that 9.8 sell like 15 years ago for $1,000?
Oh, it sold 15 years ago in a 9.8 for about
$1,000. No.
3. Honestly, I was gonna say like 500 maybe. And back then that would have been too much. But let's see. We had a CGC 4.5 that sold for $850. I don't know, man. This cover is awesome, especially for a 4.5. Number 6 CGC. Let me try to look this up.
Liger, the dinosaur, he's the one that caused all that havoc, so she's just picking shit up. They didn't become friends till later.
They race swapped her. I think this is the only picture for this. Yeah,
man, that is. I mean, that cover looks clean, man.
Yeah. This looks a hell of a whole lot better than a 4.5, unless something really funky is going on with the back cover. And you know what? It's interesting seeing EC do kind of like superhero stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think this, I don't know. I like this.
I actually like it too. It's like a precursor to Wonder Woman with the leg straps and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she came out before that, but I'm just like,
yeah, I'm a big fan of this. And something must be going on with the back. I mean, the cover looks way better than a 4.5.
This looks.
Here, hold on one second. Let me stay right there for a second.
Sure.
3, 8, 9, 9, 4, 7. I can't read that. 75003 maybe.
Yeah, try that.
Okay, nope, that's not it.
38995750023.
Oh, maybe.
That might be a okay. So that might be a 9003.
9003. Yep, that's it. Look at you. Shadow back cover, spine stress lines, tear right center of front cover, soiling on cover. So that must be on the back.
It's a tear.
Where's the
tear right center of front cover?
I mean, I see something right here.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it could be right there. Yeah.
It's hard to see because the colors are so great.
This
Impressive.
Thing, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I love this.
Look at all these guys. Yeah, it presents nice, man. Looks great. I mean, what did it sell for again?
Sold for $850 in a 4.5, and that was a buy it now. Buy it now best offer.
If I had unlimited money, I'll take that too.
Mm-hmm. I totally hear you on that.
I'd trade for that actually.
All right, Falling in Love number 99 from 1968. So classic romance cover. What more did I want to say about this? This is a book that is on my want list. I've wanted this book for a long time. Classic, I guess you can call it a mod cover. And let's take a look at the census on here. Oh, there is a 9.8 of this thing. Okay. And 32 total on the census. All right. And okay, so we had a CGC 9.4 that sold for 2686 US dollars.
That's just respectable.
Yeah.
I got a link I sent in the private chat too. I didn't know that. There's a Mexican edition to this book.
Oh no shit.
Oh yeah.
Things to think about, brother. I mean, I personally wants a lot of money for that book.
Yeah.
Still, it's interesting, and I'm surprised that when it comes across the Mexican style things, they kept the same thing, like the same artwork. It's not something different, which is insane. I'm surprised that the artwork's the same.
Yeah, so
there's no variation.
So here's the Mexican version for 800.
Yeah, which is insane.
And then you have this 9.4 that sold for, how much did I say? 2686. Yeah.
I love the tagline for this. The trouble with having a swinger for a steady is every other girl is after him.
First world problems.
You wouldn't buy this in a 9.4, would you, Carter? I mean, you're not spending $2,600 on this book.
No. Give it to me raw for, like 100 or something like that. I'll be happy. I'm cheap, but I just thought the sale was strong, so I figured let's throw this on there. Very respectable.
I guess somebody really wanted that book, man.
I mean, it is a 9.4, but
I wonder. I gotta look in this guy. Whoever sold this book, I wonder what else they have. That's like a rare book. You're not saying rare, but you know what I'm saying. What's the seller?
Yeah. You want to look up the seller?
But
So it looks like another 9.4 sold in 2023 for $2,400.
Okay.
That's the only thing they have. Interesting.
9.6 sold for $800 back in 2011. 7.5 sold this year for $700.
So it is. So the book is that popular. So I'm not mad at it. Oh, add stage. Okay. All right. So let's get into some modern action here. Hack/Suicide Girls Annual #1. This is the other variant for this. So however many shows ago we talked about the ass variant.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from that same same book, but just a different. This is the cover D variant, and I was really shocked with the sale. So we have 8 total on the census, 2 9/8s and 1 signature series 9/8. So we had a freaking raw copy that sold for $390. That was and I checked 130 point to see maybe they took a lower price. No, just buy it now for $390.
These hack/ books, because I have one here. These hack/ books are so hard. Look, so they're so hard to find, and like especially like the D covers and stuff like that. So like this book, right? So this book's hard to find too, right? So
yeah.
Dude, that thing's a fucking ghost, dude.
Hold on.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So do you go back to the other one? Go back to the other one, the middle one, and then there's a one that's like bigger, makes me bigger. Like,
oh shoot!
What'd you do? Nope. Hold on. Click them all. Hold on a second. I can't have them. There's one that doesn't there like one that's as big makes me big. There you go. Now drag me over. You can drag me over.
I can.
Like, my picture. Like there you go.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So yeah. So look at this. So Tim hooked me up at SCCC and gave me a free sketch too. Man.
Jesus Christ, dude. That book is a legit ghost.
Yeah, so I got this for like I think $125 or something like a couple years ago. It's not 9.8 worthy, I'll tell you that, but still, I mean,
it doesn't matter. I think there's like 3 of those on the census, 4, something ridiculous right there.
So like these cover D's on these whole hack/ stuff, annuals, slice heart, whatever it is, it's just a tough book to really go after. And then Tim's a great guy. He'll do remarks and other stuff. So I hit him up like 3 years ago. I'm like, hey, do you have one of these laying around? I'll buy it from you. I don't even care. He's like, no, I don't have any more copies. Blah blah blah. And he goes, hey, you ever get one? No big deal. So SDCC, our boy Chris Colbert hooked me up and was like, hey, I'll see Tim. I'll just tell him that you want this book, and he did a little sketch for me. Yeah. So all those books, all those hack/ books, you're like, people like, it's weird because people don't grade them. I don't know what, it's like this one. Why didn't that person grade it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you grade it, Ben, you grade it, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean,
who cares if it's a 9.8 or a 9.0, right? At this point, like, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, it's weird. You always see these books go raw for the most part, and they go for really good money. There's 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 an E. This is the D cover. There's an E cover as well. For that book, for this book.
Yeah,
So and the thing too is they have one of those butt covers right now of the annual, and they want $200 for it. You know,
oddly
but it's
enough.
not that neat.
So what's it about this book?
It's probably just a low print run.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I know everything. Maybe it's a ratio book where they had to order so many to get it.
Yeah, I don't know if they were ratios or not. I just think they were open orders, and they just weren't. People weren't ordering. You know, this is 2008. This thing came out, right? People just weren't ordering stacks of every cover, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the ratio variant game, or just the variant game in general, I think it probably kicked off when, like, maybe.
Oh, because that's what it is. So the cover C is the ass book.
Yeah.
This is cover D. So
yeah.
Okay, would you buy this one or back in 2008, right? The butt cover, right? Which everybody's, theoretically.
Yeah, everybody was going after the butt cover.
The cover A is even respectable on this book. It's the one with like all of them on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna look that up.
Maybe I'll take this as Neo comic. No.
Yeah, so you got this one for $20, and then you have all of these. Cover B. I'm like, well, why isn't this like a $300 book?
It's just not a great cover. I mean, it's got headlines, obviously.
Yeah.
Besides that.
So yeah, it's so weird when it comes to hack slash. Like,
yeah, it's almost like romance, right? It's like you don't know which ones are gonna pop, and like, if your pull bin's that, it's I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm digging in the dollar bins, I usually just grab them all. Just grab them all.
Exactly. I'm totally agree with that. All right, this freaking book.
Fuck this book, man. God damn it.
I could have swore I saw this thing like on the rack on the shelf or something. Like, I don't know. Back in 2017, Street Fighter versus Darkstalkers #1, 1/20 art germ cover variant. Okay. So 61 total on the census, 20, 9/8, 10, 9/8 signature series. Okay, so a couple sales this week. So we had a 9/6 that sold for $1,000, and then you had a 9/8 that sold for $1,100. Buy it now. Both of them buy it now. What?
Which one went first? Does it say?
The 9/6 sold first.
No
and
shit.
Then the 9/8.
So somebody saw the 9/6 sell, and the guy's like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna go for an extra $100."
So there's one on eBay right now, right? That's a buy it now, and it's $270, and it looks on the back. It could be a 9.2 or something. So you can tell me I can sell it for $750 if I just buy it right now and grade it.
Right?
Or $600 or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I will say this: there is a little bit of some heat picking up around Street Fighter and Darkstalker books. I see more people talking about them. If you're comfortable with a 9.2, that might not be the worst. I mean, this book, you couldn't see it. You couldn't find one forever, and now there's a bunch of them out there, which makes me wonder.
I could have sworn I saw this book when it came out. It just looks like it's just like the type of book I've seen all the time.
I mean, let's be honest. In most of those books, all those Street Fighter books, it's like either they're $300 or $20, and they're the same thing. I don't know which ones are which. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the ratios all seem, even if they're like 1 in 5s, always seem to do all right for the Street Fighter books.
Okay. All right. Crazy sale. Okay, now this book here, this one just sold today. Conan Serpent War #1, 1/100 David Finch variant. Okay, so this is from 2019. 50 total on the census. Little over 39/8. and we had a raw copy that sold for $100.
Hmm.
So it's a 1 in 100. So, but this is a book I didn't even know existed.
I remember
didn't know
this one
anything.
when it came out. I mean, Finch doing Moon Knight, right? Always seems to be the man for that.
Was this ever on Long Story Short?
No, we never talked about this one.
Okay. We can talk about this one Thursday. Go into more depth. But
I wonder how many of these books are sitting in like back bins. You know what
oh,
I'm saying?
jeez, man.
Like how many people are looking at Conan Serpent War? You know what I'm saying? Or Conan in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is my opinion.
I skim right over Conan.
Some of the ratios on like that Conan, there's a couple of different series from Marvel. Like Frizen did one. They go for pretty good money because issue number 1s, you never know. People were heavy on them, but when the ratios are coming 1 in 25s for issues 6, 7, 8, some of those books, if it's done by a big artist, can catch some pretty good money.
You know what? I'm always surprised when Conan went back to Marvel, because I just figured, okay, I just thought, okay, they bought Conan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think they just had the publishing rights and it's gone again, right?
Yeah. He's on a whole nother publisher now, comic book company. So I just thought that was always weird. Like, if you're gonna have the rights to a character, you just go ahead and. I thought they weren't going to be doing licensing like that anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it makes sense for them. I mean, they're putting out these books to create movie content, and if you're not going to have the rights to make the movies, then
yeah, the current Conan book is really popular. My LCS sells out every month. People dig Conan. Titan Comics. Yep.
Titan really does. It's good. The Titan covers are always amazing too. Like, isn't it like always a thick paper stock too, and like really kind of like the old Valiant covers back in the day? Remember how they were like really nice?
Yep. All right. Oh, this book here, Young Allies number 6. This is the thumbnail book from 2011, 1 in 15, Arthur Adams variant. Let's take a look at the census. Wow, 38 total on the census. This doesn't seem like a lot for a modern. 698s with 198 signature. So this is part of the heavy titty variant. Titties variants, yes. So we had a raw copy that sold for $2,200.
That's a big sale, man. That is a big sale.
I'm not in love with it that much.
Me neither. I mean, of course, if you come across it for the right price, but yeah, 2,200 raw. That's a little much. I can't say I'm not hating on it, but
someone must have thought they had a shot at a 9.8, right? Because there's only a handful of 9.8s of this book. It was not heavily, right? So issue 6, the only issue in the whole run that had a ratio variant.
Yeah, because I remember Young Allies 1 is just has a second print.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay, so look here, you got a very fine for 2,200, and then you got another. So
I mean, if it had a shot at a 9.8, as crazy as that might be.
This thing. Oh no! Look at that! Look at that! You see that?
Well, okay. So like Leg says, one spine tick doesn't make it not a 9.8, but that could be a 9.8 theoretically.
Okay.
It can't break more than a 16th of an inch, I think.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me.
And you got this kind of going on in the corner.
Yeah, I don't think I'd let that slide. But I'm just saying. Whoever bought that better know what the hell they're buying, right?
Right.
I mean, you would hope so for that price, man.
Yep.
And look at that. You see the color rub right in that corner. You see that?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a 9.8.
Okay, so we have the consensus that this is not a 9.8. Look at that right there.
Yeah.
But it still could be a 9.9.
Or 10.
We're gonna pre-screen this for a 9.9 and keep our fingers crossed. That's what's gonna happen. All right, so this book here, Shirtless Bear Fighter number 2, 1 in 15 Scotty Young variant from 2017. Very unassuming book to me. 37 total on the census. 14 9/8, 9 signature series.
I need to get that for my wife. Oh, not for that price.
So
this
we
book
had
is not easy, man. This book, I remember looking for this thing when it came out,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't come across it.
Okay, so Dino, the missus is into horror and Scotty Young covers.
I got a whole. She might be the smartest investor out of all of us. She got a whole box of Scotty Young covers just chilling up there.
Oh, real? Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, I actually came across a Scotty Young cover, like really, really, really unassuming. That I showed Ben. And,
I just honestly, she's on a box, and I think it's in this. I was going through boxes today for our little con we're gonna meet up on.
Yeah.
Is it this one? No, it's the other one. She's a box and a quarter deep, I think. I had to start another box for her. I think it's back in here. Here we go. Not anything crazy, but just I pick them up and I just buy them all.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I got them for. What's the Scotty Young cover? $5 roughly, probably $5-10, depending on cover.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, if I can get them for like a buck a piece, I'm loading up the truck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. And the problem is, I don't have like a list. I just look for cool. Well, she likes Scotty Young, but she's like, oh, that one's not cool. She might actually like that one, but I don't know. She might even think it's funny, but.
Well, I'm going to tickle your ass with a feather for long story short. So we will be talking about a very obscure Scotty Young cover on Thursday.
Tune in.
I'm excited.
Congrats to the wife collects. All right.
She collects art more than anything, dude. She's got so much art. So when we go to cons together, I mean, like Cutter knows, she goes to the art aisle. And she comes back with like a handful of shit, and it's cool. I know I never blame her for it. And we still have stuff to hang upstairs or wherever she goes. But yeah, she's an art person though.
Nice. No, to me, that's probably a wiser investment than even the comics. So, all right. Next up, we have Spawn 227. 1 in 25, Todd McFarlane sketch cover. 104 total on the census. And we had a CGC 9.4, a 9.4 that sold for $661 for a 9.4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a 300 homage, man. I mean,
yeah. You mad at that price?
No, but this is right when the homage stuff's, this was before it really went bananas, right? So I get it. And Spawn collectors, right, man? They all want this book, so.
Yeah. So it makes sense.
9.8 sold for $1,200 late last year.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. I just hate seeing it, I guess.
It doesn't do much for you anymore, but I think at the time this book hit because McFarlane homaging himself. All of these books were going for pretty damn good money.
Yeah, one of my LCSs, they got in a collection of Spawns in those homage covers. So, and I'm pretty sure those things are going by now.
Those move, yeah, big time. Yeah. This was low print Spawn for sure.
Yeah, and it's a 1 in 15? 1 in 25. Yeah.
You guys have a list, or you guys keep photos in your phone?
I have a list on my phone, so let's see.
I gotta start doing that, man. I gotta start doing something.
Yeah, it's in notes. I got it in notes. So here's my
In like Apple Notes.
Yeah, here's my want list right here. Damn it! Where's the camera? Here's my want list.
Oh boy!
Scroll quickly, Carter. Scroll.
Yeah.
There's my want list.
Jesus,
That's my want list. We're not done. That's my want list.
It's only 750 books.
The first book on my want list is Bone #1. That's this. So we start from the bottom. Start from the bottom.
Okay.
So the first book on the want list is Bone #1.
I just, the thing too is like my want list would be just insane. I don't know. I just like, do I start doing it and like, do you put prices on there or do you just put like mid-low, like?
No prices. Just like, just something to look for. Like if it's a indie book, like I make sure to put down the publisher, just so maybe there's a section for that publisher at the store or something like that.
I'm looking for a book. It's bad.
I can't wait to hear it.
No, you don't want
to. All right, next up is Hulk #16 newsstand edition.
Very nice.
Yeah, from 2009. Okay, so there's no real CGC data on this just because everything got mixed up. There was no distinction between newsstand and direct. But so we have a CGC 9.8 that sold for $1,000 newsstand, but it's not marked on the label though. So I guess if they resubmitted this, I'd have to imagine they would put newsstand edition on there.
Yeah, when you do a recertification, you can put it in the comments.
Okay, all right. Do you think that would be worth the hassle?
I would add it.
Okay.
I mean, for what, $20 for a reholder or whatever it is, $30, whatever it is.
Oh, you know what'll happen? They'll get it back and they say, "Oh, well, it shifted around in the holder and it caused some damage. So we're gonna knock down the price, or we can press it for you, and then it'll come back, and then it'll come back with the staple popped on the cover."
They can't. No, they can't. They can run a truck over that thing. They still got to give you a 9.8.
Do you remember the horror story about a guy who submitted a Golden Age Shazam, and so it was in an older holder with the older label, and second to oldest label, and okay, so he submitted it. It was a 9, right? So he resubmitted it to get it reholdered, get a new label on it, new shiny label, and they go, "Well, it shifted around and it caused damage in the holder. So we can press it for you." So he says, "Okay, fine, press it."
That's their first problem.
Yeah, and then he gets the email saying, "Oh, we popped the staple on the cover."
Jesus Christ!
So he gets it back, and it comes back a 7.
Yeah, no, I would say no. I'm good. Just give me back the new holder with the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll hear from my lawyer.
Yeah,
or find me a copy.
Yeah, sometimes it just seems like CGC will have you by the balls, and if you're not thinking clearly, you'll act as such.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't want them pressing my books, but I don't mind seeing that, those newsstands from that era going for money like that.
Yeah, for sure.
They're really hard to find and really tough and high grade. So it's a lot. Like $1,000 for that is a lot. But
yeah, I mean, how often are you going to come across that in a 9.8? You know what I'm saying? Like usually, bro, every newsstand I see from that era is
just kicked to
chewed
shit.
up. Yeah, it's chewed up. So a 9.8, bravo. All right, Spawn 185 from 2008. So this is the headless. This is like one of the headless variants. 138 on the census, 16 9/8, 9 signature series 9/8, and we had a 9.6 that sold for $1,000. You're impressed with that? I'm not really that impressed with this cover, but I just thought
it's one of the rarer Spawn covers, isn't it? It's up there. I mean, outside of the one.
Yeah, no, it is.
okay. All right, I'm not too taken with the cover, but that sale is strong, especially for a freaking 9.6.
Yeah, it's a strong sale.
All right, this book here. This is a book I didn't even know this existed.
I've got this fucking thing somewhere.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, so this is Spider-Man, the Black Cat Strikes, #1. This is the 1 in 50 J. Scott Campbell variant from 2020. Now, the one that I was searching for was the one, I think it was the 1 in 25 variant. That's the one I was searching for.
Who did the 1 in 25?
Oh, gosh.
I love this version of Black Cat, though, from the video game. It's like, if they could do that character in a movie, it would be a big hit, man.
That's what we're praying for.
But I think they, well, I don't know what to make of these rumors, but they said they're not going to do Black Cat. I'm like, that's the biggest missed opportunity I can possibly think of. But
they said they weren't.
Yeah, somebody. I mean, one of these supposed insiders, take it for what it's worth. But.
Okay, so the one I was after was the David Nakayama variant.
Yeah, that's a good one too. She's up against the wall.
Yeah, playing with the little doll or whatever. But that's the one I was after. I didn't know this one existed.
Honestly, one of the best covers for this book is it was a store exclusive, but it was the Gerard Perel homaging de Call.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. That's the City at War. Sorry, never mind. That was a different one. Forgive me, it was a different one. But yeah, that cover is so badass.
Okay, so we have 37 total on the census. Okay. And we had a raw copy that sold for $70, 70 US dollars, which is weird because this is a 1 in 50 J. Scott Campbell, and it goes for less than the 1 in 25.
The 1 in 25, that's for issue number 2, though.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's right.
So yeah, they're probably just far fewer ordered.
I feel like this is one of those books you buy in one of his mystery comic boxes. You'll get one of these fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Issue number 5 of this I really like as well. The 1 in 25. The Ian Huckley is a beautiful one.
Let's see.
All the ratios. I look for all the ratios on this book, on this run.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that's not a bad price for that, actually.
Oh, she thick on this one.
Well, he's trying to catch her.
I ain't gonna let you impregnate me, Spider-Man. But yeah, man, I freaking this cover is going on my want list. I didn't even know. I love this, and it's weird because it's a J. Scott Campbell cover. You think it'd be like plastered all over the place?
Yeah,
it's kind of not.
I think like Dino says, it kind of got lost in the shuffle with all of his other sort of Spidey Black Cat covers.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 2020, isn't that when he started opening up his own? 2019, when he started opening his own J. Scott Campbell company, and nobody wanted Campbell books after that.
Yeah, they've come back with a vengeance. Some of those ones though he's put out.
All right, Spawn. We're doing one more Spawn here, and we're doing another newsstand. Oh. So 137 from 2004. No CGC data on this, and we had a raw copy that sold for $195.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Spawn's like its own universe. I mean, technically it's in its own universe, but collecting universe. Spawn guys just go crazy for stuff, like Ben was saying. Like,
I mean, just think if they nail a Spawn movie, like how far they could go with it. I mean, its own world, I mean, if they really, I mean, it doesn't sound like they're going to. It sounds like they're putting it together on a shoestring at best. But you know, if you got it right, you could make movies for years.
Is Todd McFarlane still directing?
No, I don't think so. I heard that, I forget, there was some production company that was supposed to take it over, and like the last word was like Spawn. He won't actually be in it, but he'll be a presence throughout it or something like that. And I'm like, so yeah. I mean, the production company that I heard, it was like, you know, they're pretty good. I can't remember who it is, but they're pretty good at making like low budget horror.
Blumhouse, right? Blumhouse.
Is it Blumhouse? Yeah, that's right. That.
Man, just somebody throw a ton of money at Guillermo del Toro, and he'll make a Spawn movie.
Yeah.
It won't be Spawn, but it'll be Spawn in name.
It'll make it tasteful. Spawn, but tasteful. All right, this book here, the Dragon Ball sneak preview flip book from 1998, 38 total on the census, 998, and we had a ton of sales this week. So $225, $650 for a raw, $300 for a raw, and an 8.0 going for $300. Yeah, I mean, I really wasn't that interested in talking about it, but I just thought, just for so many freaking sales this week, it was, you know, it was worth.
That's a lot, man.
I wonder if it's because the Netflix of anime got repossessed on the internet, and now nobody can get anime anymore.
There's got to be something going on with it for this kind of movement, you would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially in July. That's strange. All right, Vampirella 20 from 1999, Bruce Timm variant. Okay, so 31 total on the census, 12.98. And we had a 9.8 that sold for $719.
Doc Joe about that? He's been looking for one of these, I think.
I had this book a couple years ago. I actually got it from the store in Menor that we both went to, Dino.
Oh yeah?
But the freaking half the cover was faded, completely faded. And I was just so disgusted with it. I just sold it for like $65.
Sure.
Like if it was in better, like if it was in, you know, near mint condition, I for sure would have kept it. But yeah, I was just like, let me get rid of this thing.
I got you.
I almost pulled the trigger on this about a year ago for $125, and I just didn't feel like spending that much money at the time, which is probably a dumb move. But
you know what, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
actually, I have done the same thing. I did pass it up for that much, you know, like maybe a year or two ago. So. All right, I think this might be the last book.
What did this sell for? We talked about this on our long story short.
Yeah.
I found this damn thing digging for $1.
Okay, so we have Dark Wolverine number 85. This is the Scotty Young Iron Man by Design variant. I know I've seen this book at stores before, but I just was like, you know, I just didn't think anything of it. So 13 on the census, 7.98, and 2 signature series 9.8s. So we had 3 sales this week.
Fucking A, man. I should probably just list the damn thing.
Yeah. So 75, 50, 75, and 100. So it basically progressively got more expensive.
When I found this, there was only one on eBay listed at the time. For probably $50 or something like that. It's probably a year ago I found this thing.
This reminds me of not your typical baby Scotty Young. This is like Guardians of the Galaxy 25, Iron Man, steampunk Scotty Young.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was again, this is just one of those books I really just wasn't given a second look to, but. Yeah,
all of this like obscure Scotty Young stuff is really taken on a life of its own. The one that Dino was just talking about, like that steampunkish Guardians. I remember finding that for $8 at a con 2 years ago, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I'd always been looking for that book. So, but that's the kind of stuff that's really starting to hit new levels right now.
Yeah.
I think people like Scotty Young. I think he's a cool guy. People seem to find his art accessible in terms of like getting on board with it. It just seems like it's hitting on a lot of cylinders for people. So,
and like you said, he's a nice guy too. That's the other thing too. It's like he'll go and sign books for days and he'll chop it up with people, and like he's not pretentious about it or anything.
A lot of normie appeal.
Yeah, he's just a regular dude. I mean, he doesn't come off like a prick or anything. I mean, just not high art. You know what I mean? Like just a dude drawing comic books.
Oh shoot! I think this is the one more. Okay, Dark Wolverine #4. This book is on my want list. So 1 in 75 Jurjovic variant, the connecting montage looking cover variant. 23 total on the census, and we had a raw copy of this. I really don't see this book that often. Raw copy sold for $200.
Because I think people gave up on Dakin, right? Like,
yeah, the characters, but it seems like these Jurjovic, the connecting covers, the ratios have become like something in and of themselves. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these books are selling for pretty good money, even if there's nothing really going on with them.
Yeah.
We touched on some of like the Ultimate Fallouts and how well those things sell, and there's no miles to be seen, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I will say that a lot of those Wolverine Origin 10s are selling. Like I noticed there were multiple sales for number 11 that sold this week as well. I just didn't put it on the slideshow, but yeah, I mean, I think people are, and like the third claw variant for number 10.
That book's always been a big book. I mean,
yeah, it just keeps selling, like all the freaking time. So,
and honestly, let's be honest. I'll take it because people hate me for it. It's really not that great of a cover. It's just an arm with 3 fucking twigs coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. I mean,
yeah, it just built up some crazy hype that is yet to fade. I mean, people just still go nuts for that book.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess that is it. You know what? I wanted to go into some sales, but we've been chatting long enough. It's time to go to bed. We got shit to do tomorrow. So, yes. Dino, Mr. Longshort, thank you guys for joining me. And I thank the audience for joining in. You could have been anywhere in the world, anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. And thank you guys for watching. And I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully we'll be on Tuesday, Flipside Tuesday, on Tales from the Flip Side. And I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully I'll be on Thursday for Long Story Short on Nearing Nerdvana. And again, thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. Lord Tatman's Comics, thank you for the super chats. You are appreciated, and hopefully we'll see you on Trashcast. And yeah, man, good times. And we will be back next week with another Hot Book Alert live. Peace, everybody.